1:23 p.m. Wednesday, October 29th, 2025. So yeah, I'm just gonna kind of set my things down here and try to like reset. Okay. So I guess I'll use the front sign for the front, and then people just have to fill in the blanks in the back part. LD004M. They're just people that I kind of recognize. That's so crazy. I guess I'll do it like this. Like I'll hold it up like this. So yeah, freedom of expression is a real issue in terrorist British Columbia. And what's worse is it's like the truth is being suppressed. Like Santa Claus is not real. Like children should be in school anyway. Like I don't understand. Not that that's really the problem, but it's just funny how he's like, I don't know, his colonial native self is like so far gone that he can't imagine being restored to a time that was pre-colonial, because he's one of those, like the kids I was talking about that was glad that the control exists, and so then they protect that control, and that so they engage with that, I guess. I don't know, but I'm thinking this will be another day of activity before I call it quits. I can't believe he wrecked my sign. I mean, again, like the reality, I think I'll just hold it up like this and then point this at me down here, because it's I don't know. Now I'm like floundering because of my sign. I don't know what to do. Like if I should go repair it in like a store, but I don't know. I think I'm gonna cross the road here because it's easier. He ripped the sign. That's so funny. Yeah, he is. This guy says VE0221. Yeah, more Native people. I'm really disappointed as to how many Native people are the ones that are supporting this, like, demented colonial, patriarchal, like, entity that is Halloween and Christmas. Like, it's really bizarre to me that these are the people who would support that system. It's, like, very eye-opening. But I mean, yeah, it's still very disappointing because, like I say, like as far as Canada goes, I have the freedom of expression. I'm an adult, I have full consent to express myself, and this is not causing harm, so I don't understand why they would support it. I don't, anyway, I'm going to try not to cycle similar thoughts over. I'm kind of going through a trauma response, I think. Oh, there's 110, and I'll leave the last number blank for censorship. But there's a vehicle of a particular colonial nation of a national orientation over here, as you can see. But, yeah, it's really fascinating. Oh, there's someone. Oh, yeah. I should be more aware of my surroundings. I'm so glad I saw him in my reflection of the cell phone. That guy's honking on PG6692. I don't know why he's honking. If it's someone in front of him or what, but anyway. So yeah, I would not go to the police about being assaulted just now because I know that I cannot rely on them. and there's no point in pursuing anything because they don't, I mean, they don't do what needs to be done. Obviously, anyway, this is again another thing about theory or the reality versus the feeling. The feeling of people going missing makes me feel like they're not doing enough to support people and the systems that operate around people. I think they're policing stopped short, to put it that, apparently or whatever. Anyway, that's just what I think. What do I know? I'm really disappointed about my sign. Because now I have to make it like really awkward and hold it up, and I have to cover it up, and I don't want to cover it up. I want to show it on both sides. Maybe that's good enough. Now I need to go walk around again. It takes time to make signs, This is not a quick process. If you want to make it legible, it's like time consuming. I'm assuming it's legible when I was called a faggot for it. I mean, was he calling me a faggot because of the sign? Or was he just having a day of, just feeling like I should be called a faggot? So, I'm noticing a lot of the Native women are smiling at me. I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but I certainly feel a lot more supported than the guy who attacked me. I can't believe I was attacked, and at the same time, right? It's like, of course I was. This society is sick. It feels sick, but now I know it's sick. Now we know it's sick, I should say. I already knew in a lot of other ways, but now it's documented. That's so crazy. Okay. Anyway. Trying to figure out the best way of holding up my sign. See, there's another trouble right there. The neutral party, I'll call it. That guy laughed so big in this yellow vehicle. He was like so smiley. Like, that's the funny thing, is some people are so smiley about it. I think a lot of the people in poverty would be disappointed to read this sign. I think they would be like, I think that maybe that's part of the issue. I don't know. Well, I guess I'll see, or something. If someone like obviously in poverty is like all devastated and angry, I guess I'll know then. I'm assuming that guy that came out of Tim Hortons that like rushed me, I just like, the shock of it, so, I don't know. All I can do is smile because it's like, it's so stressful. It's just like, I don't know. It's just so hurtful that people not even think about God's creation, where like they should act in these ways. It really is baffling. But at the same time, they're being deceived, and they're also being encouraged to be bad. So if they're encouraged to be bad and then they act bad, why should I be surprised? I guess I just never really went through this personal experience. She's smiling really big. Again, the Native women are the ones that are, they're the ones that were like most affected, I think, about the patriarchy and colonialism. I think, well, women in a patriarchal system, yeah, they're the ones the most affected, but colonialization, I think women are the ones that were treated the worst. There was just this one law or something where it's like, if a Native woman marries a white man, if a Native woman marries a white man, how does it go again? This guy wants to look over. This guy over here. Anyway, a Native woman marries a white man, her Indian rights are gone, like her entitlements. And if a white woman marries a Native guy, she gets entitlement. Oh, that guy's flipping me off on the bus. Yeah, and he looks like a Native man. The Native men are a real problem in Terrace, BC for this type of situation, apparently. That's fascinating. I would have never known. I mean, I would have been able to make some guesses, but what's a guess when I have undeniable proof, you know? I love proof. Huh? What's that? Oh, this another native man saying he's real. This PR635C. Yeah, okay, so native women are being obviously oppressed in Terrace, British Columbia. With like the fantasy, I don't even know what to call it. I'm not a sociologist. I'm not a socialist. Oh, Emil Anderson apparently needs to yell out, yes he is. RV9 something 1, I'm not sure. But anyway, Emil Anderson is, again, part of the problem with the patriarchy, apparently. And I really would like to do a switchover, but I can't. But you know what's good about them having that reaction, though, is that they can still see my sign. Yay. Here comes a woman with a child. Hopefully she's not part of the patriarchy. He probably can't even read anyway, but the point is it's not about the child being deceived. It's about the truth of the matter, and that's Halloween is causing many setbacks that are not acceptable. And Santa Claus is part of Halloween, so it's like, that's kind of how it goes, you know? There's a woman, the white woman that went by. I would call someone like her a CBC woman. She had kind of like a CBC white woman face, but again, it's hard to know until I know, you know? But if I had to guess, and I might be right, apparently. Sometimes I'm not always wrong. Yeah, anyway, I'm not going to speculate for now. That's so disappointing that we wrecked my sign. This would be a lot more, not fun, but you know what I mean? Like, I have to keep battling this sign now. And, if anything, that's the least pleasant part of this. Oh, I'm on the wrong side of the road. I'm gonna have to cross. A honk. This guy, VL218C, he put his hand up, like, with his palm exposed to the sky kind of thing, with his fingers curled up. Like, what are you doing? Like, yeah, he honked. He wanted me to see that, his disappointment, I guess. You know what I mean? Like, I'm having to do some speculation, but it's not too much speculation, you know? I can certainly, like, you know who would be annoyed about Santa Claus? You know, this side. Oh, CN, that guy was just laughing really, not laughing, I guess, but he was smiling really big, like he thinks it's funny. Anyway, I'm getting a little overwhelmed, I think, because it's a shocking, disappointing world, apparently. And it's not even a world, it's like one small city, but it's like this small city is a microcosm of how things are happening here and elsewhere. It's really fascinating that way too, because, well, I mean, we should be individuals and like have like, you know, independent representation to help our individual needs improve in life, but apparently we need to be like Vancouver and Victoria and be absolute failures to a whole province within our own small cities, and you know, just kind of suffer those consequences of trying to be like a metropolis that can't support its own needs and just makes more rules and laws and, you know, infrastructure that they don't even really need or deserve. And certainly to the neglect of the rest of the people in the province. I'm just going to walk on the grass here because I don't know what's going to happen here. You know what I mean? Like, this person in this car is like, they might try to, oh, she's getting a little, WS698W. That was a CBC woman. She's a white, yes, so that is who I would call a CBC woman. And she was white and she had gray hair. And she was elderly, but, you know, young and spry, that kind. That's a CBC woman. Where she's just like, tee-hee-hee, I gave the middle finger. I'm a real fighter. And this is who I am. Like, it's like, you know, it's sad. It's really sad. It's like shockingly sad. I don't know how to describe it anyway better. Because it's like, you know, I feel kind of annoyed in a way because now my sign is like unprofessional looking. And oh, middle finger from a native guy, XA769W. This is like I can't believe I got a honk and a middle finger. And he saw this side of the sign. That guy ripped out the S on Santa. All he saw was Claus is not real, you know? Santa Claus. Oh, here's some people crossing the road. I'm thinking of trying to catch up, but I'm not doing that. Because I'll just press the button and cross there. Because yeah, I don't want to be on this side of the road. I want them to see the front side. I just feel bad about, pressing the button and causing a little stop in traffic again. Because like traffic in Terrace, again, is like not ideal. It needs to be managed better, but this is Highway 16 here, so you have to deal with the, province once again. That's like, and then it's like, is it federal? Because it's a, a national highway. I don't know, but it's at least provincial. I'm so glad I have that chip in here. Ah! Yeah, so apparently Native men are the oppressors to Native culture around here. I find that so fascinating, but also like obviously really sad because they should know better. Like the white men are kind of ignorant and naive, willfully, I would say sometimes. And so, that guy's giving a middle finger. W something JD, I don't know. But yeah, he was like a white guy. I find it's like, okay, so the population who's giving the middle fingers are like the younger, like 20s to 30s white man, and like any like 40s to 60s native men are the ones with the major problem with this. Yeah, this guy's laughing it up real big. Oh, I got a thumbs up from Kassan WB0595. And that was a white man, a white looking man, right? For the Kassan whatever society something. Yeah, so. And it's just funny because like there are like almost no children here. These are all adults being like, the children. It's like, what? Like you as a child? Like, yes, okay, you're devastated. I didn't know I was going to be the one to break it to you that Santa Claus is not real. This person's videoing NL7605. She has dark hair, looks like white skin. Might be one of those types that's maybe enjoys the enchanting, I'll say, of tricking people, I'll call it. Who knows? I don't know. This guy's smiling it up real big. Yeah, so far the people that are like the least amount of trouble with this sign is like the Native woman. Because even that Native woman was walking by literally with her child, and she had nothing to say in any way, shape, or form. No face of any sort of anything, and yeah. Well, that guy honked. I don't know. LN743N. I don't know. He didn't. I don't know if that guy was honking for support, I'll put it that way. But yeah, wow. Learning day. I'm so sad about my unprofessional looking sign. I can't even look at people in the face. Oh. Here, there you go. So if I put it over my head, I can see people's faces. Try to gauge their reactions. Who knows? Maybe I'd even catch the Highway of Tears killer on my video, right? Who's to say? I don't know, right? Like, people act like everything's normal, and it's like, people are missing. We do not know where they are. We do not know what happened. And here we are celebrating, gore and horror and suffering, and it's just so crazy. So anyway, no one coming up behind me? Jeez. What time are we at? I'd like to do a switch over, but I'm so nervous to. Can I see it? Oh yeah, they can see it. That's good. I didn't know if like other people would be able to see the sign very well. After that guy manhandled me. That's so crazy. And it really was about the sign. Like he didn't even attack me or anything. He more so attacked the sign. What's interesting is how astonished people seem to be. They're quite astonished. Like their facial expressions, I guess, are what kind of come across as them being astonished. But also their reactions of like, oh, I don't know, attacking me and calling me a faggot. I feel like that might be a form of astonishment. I don't know. Oh, this guy's videoing me over here. That guy's just asking why, this white guy. He's asking why. This short guy. What's that? Do you know? Just to make sure people know. What's that? The little kids? You want to lie to the little kids? You want to lie to them? So you having an imagination means you can lie to them? You're lying. It's a lie. You're lying. Like, why do you want to lie to them? Okay, bye. He told me to keep walking. And it's like, well, he was the one asking me why. Local Rental Solutions apparently is quite set in their manipulations or whatever. I don't know. And you know what though? Like, there's so many instances of like people just being so insane where it's like the fact that the truth bothers them so much, it's like, I don't know. I can't even form a sentence or a thought right now. I'm just like so disappointed by society in general that it's like, it's just so overwhelming. Like it's alarming how these adults are the ones in charge and they're just like, I don't know. They're just like, we need to lie to children. Like VX7 something 96, I think. Anyway, this red truck over there. She had a nice big smile of something. I don't know if I would call it a smile of support. But yeah. So yeah, I didn't know all these businesses and terrorists were like liars, I guess. I don't know, fantasy inducers, I don't know, enforcers. Yeah, it's really fascinating stuff. Really fascinating stuff. La 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 la. Oops, I shouldn't sing songs or whatever. Hopefully it was out of tune enough. I don't know. I'm sure it doesn't matter much. Da, 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 da. Oh, I can cross. Da 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 da. La 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 la. La 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 la. Whew, I feel stressed out, but I mean, I didn't know I would feel so distressed out. I just, yeah, I don't know. It's so crazy. This guy's really rubbernecking. This guy over here, he was like really looking at the sign. I don't know. I was hoping this would be a little more playful and fun in the sense of like an exercise of freedom of expression, but this has turned into something totally a benchmark of ill, like just sick-minded people. I'm just glad I'm like looking at their facial expressions, right? Just trying to gauge just like what's going through their minds in the slightest. Yeah, I don't know. Deep breathing, deep breathing. Well, and here's the other thing too, is like going through this alone, right? Like that's a whole other layer to this too, is it's like, I don't know, you know? Like being called a faggot like that, like I say, like that's only the beginning of how terrible things can be around here. And he was certainly, like today was a good temperature of this society here. It's, I don't know, is there any way to describe it other than the way I'm describing it? I mean, it's a lie. Like Santa Claus is not real. So why are we lying to children? If that's their concern about like being, you know, doing the right thing. I don't know. I don't understand their rationale. Like I don't agree. Like, shouldn't we be protecting our children and making sure people don't go missing when they grow up? And protecting them from poverty? Like, where's that group of people? You know, I don't know where that group of people is. Apparently they're not